Pompey won the toss and asked West Brom to change ends, but the home side, wearing their traditional blue and white stripes, red socks and slightly baggy white shorts, took the initiative and dominated the first 5 to 10 minutes. Segacic danced past Campbell 35 yards out and got hacked down, for which Campbell was yellow-carded. On 10 minutes gone, Pompey had worked their way back into the game, looking industrious and fluent in their yellow second-choice kit. Pompey had 15 minutes gone, West Brom had got the free kick into the mix, and West Brom were happy to concede a corner. Murphy's near-post corner was cleared away, but he had a second go and sent it long across the box, finding Segacic, who brought it down, laid it back to Swift, whose cross was beaten away by West Brom, but it didn't matter because Pompey were ruled offside. With 15 minutes gone, West Brom had once again taken the initiative, but it failed to create even a sniff of a chance.
They came at us during the first 15 minutes. Of course, home sides do. If they've got a good crowd especially, then they're pumped up and they give it a good old go. The first 5 to 10 minutes, when you're away against a side that have got a lot of support and a lot of adrenaline on the pitch, you just got to defend. And so we did. And we gradually grew into the game and we started to look as good as them. And this is what we want to see in our Pompey sides this season. A team that is as good as a team that has cost a fortune and is going to be probably one of the teams that are there and thereabouts. You can't be certain of anything in football. You can't buy yourself a playoff place or an automatic place. But most people are saying that West Brom should be there and thereabouts. Well, we didn't look as though we were in a different league to them. We created opportunities. Segacic was putting himself about. He's great, isn't he? Colby Bishop was doing his best to hold a line that would hold 2 or 3 West Brom defenders back from joining in and doing a great job. But John Swift, he really means it. He wants to leave an impression behind him when he gets back on the coach to leave the Hawthorns for the last time until this time next year. He wants to leave an impression that they're missing him. And he's having a great game. He is playing like a man who could play anywhere on the pitch, just about, apart from in goal, maybe number 9, I don't know, maybe a centre-half. He can play everywhere. He's an inventive number 10. He is a more than inventive and potent number 8. But he's playing a number 6 role for Pompey at the moment because Marlon Pack is injured and Dazelle needs a buddy. And he's doing that really well. And some of his tackling is, let's just say, enthusiastic. But lawful and effective.
On 18 minutes, Segacic seized on a poor West Brom clearance and sent a stinging left foot shot a foot wide, but within seconds Bianchini was put through on goal, but the keeper made a great save. 20 minutes gone and Pompey on the ascendancy. John Swift is playing as a holding midfield player, but seems keen to show West Brom what they are missing, by playing at number 6 in the style of an impressive number 10. On the touchline, John Messino clearly has the scent of a result and is frantically waving his team forward. On 26 minutes after a steady build-up, West Brom took the lead. Johnson had time on the ball 20 yards out, took 2 or 3 touches and sent it diagonally past Nicholas Smith's right-hand post. Up front, Adrian Segacic is pursuing a frantic and enormously energetic pressing game. Pompey's main focal points are Bishop and Segacic soaking up some heavy tackles, with John Swift omnipotent in midfield. It was not until the 33rd minute that Josh Murphy was able to take his man on and get in a telling cross that their keeper had to parry away.
Their goal came from nowhere, so what can you do? It was undeserved. They'd had a very steady, tedious build-up, 8 or 9 or 15 passes, going back along the back 4, tentatively going forward into midfield and then being given back to the back 4 again. They went this way, they went that way. They didn't seem to be any great potency about what they were doing with the ball, and then suddenly their guy Johnson had the ball 22 yards out, close enough to make a shot, and he got 2 or 3 touches in before he actually took his shot, and therefore he had an opportunity to pick his spot, and pick his spot he did. And Schmidt, who's a great stopper, didn't really move. He was rooted to the spot because it was such an accurate strike, and there wouldn't have been much point in diving and risking a broken rib because it was in the net. And so now they're 1-0 up. Now we've got to decide what we're going to do, because when you are 1-0 down away at a team that are technically and financially a bit better than you, you have to decide whether you are going to go hell for leather in the next 5 or 10 minutes to see if you can redress things, or whether you're going to take a measured professional approach. And Pompey, it seemed to me, and to lots of people I suspect, that Pompey had decided on the latter. There wasn't any point suddenly going gung-ho for an equaliser. There's plenty of the game left. There's half of the first half left, and then the entire second half left. And now what I'm not clear about from the coverage that I'm enjoying is whether or not Pompey are going to be kicking towards the Fratton faithful, which will make a marginal difference. And on occasions a huge difference, not just at home but also away. So, half of the first half gone, West Brom 1, Pompey 0.
38 minutes gone, and the Pompey man growing into the game is Andre Dazelle. He's tidying everything up, his positional play is outstanding, and his passing out from deep midfield impeccable. On 39 minutes, Bianchini, who is also growing into the game, engineered an opportunity for himself to get a left foot shot away. But it was a less than perfect hit, and the keeper stooped to pick it up. On 40 minutes, John Swift picked out Josh Murphy with a 40-yard pass. Murphy's cross was taken at the far post, setting up a chance for Zach Swanson, with a West Brom block giving Pompey another corner. From the corner, Josh Murphy found himself able to shoot from 30 yards, which he did along the deck, but the keeper got down in time. With 2 minutes of the second half left, West Brom carved out a serious goal-scoring opportunity which they missed, although the offside flag had already gone up. As the first half ends, Sajecic is cruising for a booking. He's giving out to West Brom defenders more than he's getting from them.
We're creating chances. They're not copper-bottomed chances, but we are creating chances. We're creating opportunities for people to get shots off. The shots haven't quite been up to standard so far, but the point is that we're creating those chances. We're beginning to find ways to release Josh Murphy. It'll be interesting to see when they go in for half-time whether John Messino has some ideas about how we can release Josh Murphy, because at the moment there were occasions when they had 3 men covering him. 3 men. Imagine that. What does that mean for the rest of the pitch? It means there's gaps in their midfield. There's possibly gaps in their back 4 or however they're playing it at the back. And it's testament to how potent Josh Murphy is. On the one occasion when he was released, or at least given the ball and given an opportunity to turn and take a man on, and he did, and he got the cross in. And it was a good cross as well. It was a good cross that flew across about chest height, fast, and bounced just in front of the keeper, and the keeper therefore had to struggle to deal with a ball that was hitting the ground in front of him, a half volley in cricket you'd call it, and in the end he kind of parried it out, and that created another opportunity for Pompey to get a goal opportunity away. So we're creating chances, possibly as much, if not more, than they are. Remember, they're the home side. They're worth Fort Knox, and we're away, and we're not worth. We're a market stall team compared to Fort Knox, and we're holding them. We are matching them. Okay, the score's 1-0 to them, but we are matching them, and the second half could be very, very
Some
interesting.
slightly sloppy passing left West Brom with their tails up. On 50 minutes, Pompey created a difficult chance for themselves. The creativity involved was commendable. It ended in Ogilvie having an almost impossible task of trying to convert a looping cross that was travelling at some speed and at knee height. West Brom took control again and put together a long and intricate passing move, depriving Pompey of possession and resulting in a long shot which smacked against Nicholas Schmidt's right-hand post. Then on 55 minutes, Pompey equalised with a magnificent goal. Come on, Josh Murphy wriggled some room for himself and sent in a perfect cross, where Colby Bishop, flanked by 2 huge defenders and travelling at full speed, guys head on the ball and directed it into the net. 1-1.
It was a cracking equaliser. There's no two ways about it. The game was back and forth, nip and tuck. They were good, we were good. They weren't so good, we weren't so good. It looked like it ought to be a 1-1 draw. And it ended up 1-1 at this point in the game because of the most superb goal. Murphy's effort, wriggling free, getting the space. He gets the cross in, even when there's a man on him, extending his leg out to try and block the cross. Murphy gets the cross in, and the cross was absolutely perfect. And Bishop, flanked by a couple of defenders who were trying to muscle him and also get to the ball, he got there first, and he touched the ball perfectly with his head past their keeper. It was an absolutely superb goal, bringing the score up to 1-1, so now we sit and wait.
Pompey have LaRue and Waddingham on. Bishop yellow carded for a high foot. With 25 minutes to go, West Brom had a decent shout for a penalty waved away by the referee, and the ref had to come and show a yellow card to the West Brom dugout. With 15 minutes to go, Pompey began to get a grip on the game, yet Schmidt went down to put a pause in the game, which looked a bit cynical. Pompey planned 2 more changes, Williams for Swanson and Devlin on for Colby Bishop. Bishop's substitution provoked concerns that he may be carrying an invisible injury, and as he walked past John Messino, he paused and pointed to his hip. As the game moved into its last 10 minutes of real time, West Brom experienced the urgency a side can feel when they're at home and in danger of not getting the win that their fans hoped for. As the clock ticked down, the home side started to play as if they were a goal down, raising their game and their intensity, forcing Pompey into some desperate defending. On 85 minutes, Pompey made a tactical substitution, bringing off Adrian Seguc for the Hungarian Kochnek ski. 87 minutes, West Brom had a free kick 30 yards out. They struck the ball, got it round the wall, but Nicholas Schmidt had it for breakfast. 6 minutes of added time.
An excellent point, a fortifying point, a point that makes us realise that we are indeed a plausible championship side, and we are more than just good quality mid-table. There is a chance that we could be fiddling around at the bottom of the playoffs come towards the end of this season, and that's exhilarating, isn't it? It's good to know that we can, with the limited budget that our owners feel is right, and they are right, because they're right about most things, far more right about things than most of us humble Pompey fans are right about. They know what they're doing. And we are looking like a proper unit. We are looking like a plausible championship side, because we didn't just get a draw at West Brom. We deserved a draw at West Brom. We were as good as them, and the game was played at their gaff. So much to take from that game, so much to be happy about. And the goal of the game, possibly the goal of the championship on this particular Saturday. One of the goals of the championship, perhaps, of the season. It was superbly created and beautifully executed. Them won, us won. Beautiful.